Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Rodriguez. So Valentine's is just around the corner, and I thought it'd be fun to do a art project that's based on the heart. So this project is titled "What's in Your Heart," and it's inspired by a project that they have in San Francisco, and it's called the Hearts in San Francisco, and it's an installation, which means that there are artists from all over the world come in and they create a three-dimensional sculpture, and it's a heart, and it's their inspiration, it's their ideas, and then it gets installed in San Francisco. So it'd be really cool. It's really it was motivated or inspired by another art installation called I believe it's called the Cow Project or something. It's an exhibit, and that is done throughout the world, in which they create these sculptures of cows, and then artists come and they decorate them and they paint them, and that gets installed. So it's really a fundraiser. It's for a good cause, but there are some really cool hearts that are created for that purpose. So we're going to get started. Let me just find. Okay, so I have my paints here, and I'm using acrylic paints. And you don't have to paint. If you don't have paints, you'll be able to draw, or you can just use crayons, colored pencils. It's whatever you have available. I'm just gonna be able to, I'm painting because I think it'd be more exciting for me, and it'd be faster, believe it or not. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna move my paper over just so I can make sure that you can see what I'm doing. So what we're going to do, the first part of this project is really drawing. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to draw first. And as I said before, you're going to create something of your own choice, something that you're interested in. So if you like anime, you'll be creating an anime project. If you really like drawing nature, you could draw nature. So there's so many ideas. I am going to draw the Starry Night. I'm going to recreate that painting, and you can work with me or you can work independently. And I am struggling here to open up this oil pastel box. I don't know why. So as soon as I can get it opened, I'm going to be able to just take out, okay, I'm going to use this color right here. So those of you who know how to draw hearts, that's beautiful. But if you're really not sure, I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to put it at a diagonal. And I'm going to start here at my thumb. I'm going to go up, curve. Notice that I'm choosing to create a much bigger heart. You can do that. You can just make it as big as your hand. So now I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to put it going the other way at a diagonal. And I'm going to go up around my hand, and I'm going to come down to here, and I'm going to connect. So my heart looks pretty good, but I'm working super big. So I'm trying to find a good area for you to be able to see what I'm doing. And that looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to draw the Starry Night inside my heart, because I really love the Starry Night. Now I'm going to start first right here, and I am going to draw the cypress tree that's right here. And I'm just going to start, and I'm going to kind of wiggle, go down, go up again. And the cypress tree really is the most dominant image in the Starry Night. So I'm going to do that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin to break up my space into foreground, middle ground, and background. So I am going to do that first. Hello. There we go. That's better. Okay. Now I'm going to break up my space into foreground, middle ground, background. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a line from here, and I'm going to stop right about here. And then I'm going to jump over and draw it and connect it to the edge of the heart. Now, right here is a very dominant. It's the church. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw an upside down V, and then I'm going to make a diagonal and another diagonal, and then I'm going to connect. And then I'm just going to make a little line here, a little line here, and I'm going to make a curved shape for the door. And then I am just going to connect with a straight line. And then I'm going to add another little line right there. Now, right back here, I'm going to do that one more time. I'm going to make an upside down V. And I'm going to bump into this line here, and I'm going to stop. And then I'm going to make another V right here, or a line, I should say. And then I'm going to do it again. I'm going to make a diagonal, another diagonal, and I'm going to connect it and stop. And then what I'm going to do is right about here, I'm going to make a steeple. And before I go ahead and do that, I am actually going to make just a little line here and a little line here, and I'm going to connect. And then when I make a steeple, I'm just going to make a little square in there. And then here I'm going to add another little door. And then the steeple is just an upside down V. So if I make a point right here, and then I'm going to make the letter V, but a very, very narrow V. And that's all a steeple is. There you go. And then right about here, right underneath, I am going to make a house that really you only see half of it. So I'm just recreating the painting, but you can add your own details. Let's say if you wanted to make your own house, but you're going to do all those swirls, you could do that too. So there are many choices. I am just recreating it, and I'm going to do that again, just like I did here, and then connect. And this time I'm going to have the house go right into the edge of my heart. And I'm going to make a door right here. And then I'm just going to break up the space. I can add a couple little houses, and I'm going to make these really small because they're further back. So the further back something is, the smaller you make it. There, I think that's pretty good. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry this line right under these houses. Good. So here's my foreground. Now I want the middle ground. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here, and I'm going to make a line that jumps over when I bump. There you go. And I'm going to go up with it, and we're good to go. So I'm going to stop there because that is going to be step one of our What's in Your Heart.